Now, there's something really, really special about this next draft pick that we about to go over, because if you go through the course of his career, you can see that he does a little bit of everything. And then the cherry on top is that he is the newest Florida Raven. Team Keep It Clean, 6th round draft pick, LaJohntay Wester from Colorado. Let's get straight into it. So you would think that in this draft, would the Baltimore Ravens actually pick a wide receiver after their offseason that they've had at that position, retaining Rashad Bateman, Zay Flowers, also Tez Walker. They ended up signing DeAndre Hopkins. They brought back Tylan Wallace. So at wide receiver, you would think, no, they pretty much set. Maybe they can get some depth guys, some fill-in guys or whatnot, but at receiver, it's not a big need. But then when you think about what LaJohntay Wester can do for the Baltimore Ravens, oh, it should definitely get you hyped. And I'm going to explain why. Let's first go throughout his career. He's from Palmetto, Florida, by the way. But he started at FAU. So how did he do at FAU? Let's read about it. It says, during his freshman season in 2020, Wester recorded 17 catches for 114 yards and a touchdown. So it's like, all right, cool. He started off modest, but he was like, nah, man, nope. I can't go out like that. This can't be it. And so he followed that up the next season, getting 65 receptions for 702 yards and 4 touchdowns. So he upped his game by far. But then he was like, no, that's still not good enough. So after that, in 2023, Wester became the school's all-time receiving leader. That boy just went crazy with it. He said he finished the season with 108 receptions for 1,100 yards and 8 touchdowns. And get this. He was named to the first team All-AAC and being named the AAC Special Teams Player of the Year. And he is very, very special. And he was also named the first team All-American as a punt returner. And on December 15th, he entered the transfer portal. So starting right there from FAU, his first year is like, I can't have that. So he upped his game a lot. But you see, he's a receiver, but he's also something that the Baltimore Ravens have been needing for a while now. And somebody to really hold down that position, he's a return man, and specifically a punt returner. We've been needing that for a while because we've had some nice moments at punt return. Obviously, a couple of years ago with Tylan Wallace, we had some nice punt returns last year with Steven Sims, but he went to the Seahawks. But so now we have a void there that needs to be filled. So with LaJohntay Wester, he could do some things at the receiver position, but the receiver in front of him, it's not going to be many opportunities for him there. Because, again, you go down the pecking order of pass catchers. And in this offense, which is, it's a run-first offense, but it's a receiver-friendly offense as well. So you got a Derrick Henry. You got a Justice Hill as a pass catcher and a running back. You got, of course, Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely, DeAndre Hopkins, and then, of course, Lamar Jackson can still do his thing. So you got to get through all of that, and you can throw LaJohntay Wester in there too, but it's going to take a while for him to really get an opportunity, and that's okay. That's a good problem to have, but where his impact can really be felt, especially immediately, it would be at punt return. And hey, it's open competition right there right now, baby. But then, get this. So where did he transfer to? Well, he ended up going with Dion and Shedeur and Travis Hunter over there to Colorado. So him being a newbie in Colorado, especially you got Travis Hunter there, the guy who was the #1 prospect, was one of the best players, if not the best player in college football last year. How would he fit in there? Well, let's look. He had last year, just this past season in Colorado, 74 catches for 931 yards and 10 touchdowns. So the man is a baller. Now, when I watched him at Colorado, because I had to watch some games on him from last year, what I saw, immediate confidence, man. You could see the Florida coming out from him, especially when he scored them touchdowns, and he makes his plays count. He even talked about it. He talked about him being a red zone threat. Even though he's a bit shorter, he talked about him. He's a red zone threat, and he really was that. Now, I watched, one of the specific games that I watched was Colorado against, I believe it was Arizona. From jump, first drive, Shedeur Sanders sacked. Second play, Shedeur Sanders sacked. So they lost a bunch of yards. It's like 3rd and 15. All right, who he going to go to? Shedeur Sanders drops back. You know number 12. You know 12 coming. Oh, yeah, that's him. That's Travis Hunter. That's that dude, right? He gonna go to him, right? Nope. Wrong. He went to our guy LaJohntay. He went to our guy LaJohntay for 46 yards. So LaJohntay, big play receiver, and he's somebody, when I watched the game, when I watched the offensive drives from Colorado, Shedeur Sanders trusted him, and he went to him a lot, man. He was a very reliable target, somebody that's active. He's not the fastest, but he's quick. He quick, and that boy is shifty too. But it's a Florida thing. It just really is, man. If y'all, hey, Ravens, y'all need me to do some stuff, I got you. But anyway, no, he's nice though, man. He's nice. Him being a 6th rounder, how did he drop so far? How is he a 6th round pick? I'm not sure. Is it his size? I don't know what it is, but this is a nice addition to the Baltimore Ravens because he can contribute in a lot of different ways. Again, at receiver, he can contribute, but also in the return game. So this pick for the Baltimore Ravens, this is a jack of all trades, but a master of all of those trades as well. Now, the only thing I love more than my Florida Ravens is y'all. Team Keep It Clean. So now we have my favorite part of these videos where we get to feature your questions. If you would like to take part in it, you can send an email to teamkeepitclean@gmail.com, or for the Team Keep It Clean patrons, you can send a DM directly on Patreon. Channel members, make sure you check out that channel members only video because we were looking for some feedback directly from y'all on some different things. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everybody. Team Keep It Clean. I love y'all. And I'll be looking for feedback from everybody, really, because we always looking to improve the channel. I saw somebody in the last video, they said, hey, Ingraven, this a Ravens channel. How about you change the background to purple? So there you go, my friend. Hey, it's all for you. It's all for y'all, man. I really do love y'all. Let's get into these questions. So first one came from a Team Keep It Clean patron, my guy, Martin. Love you, my friend. He said, I'm hurt. I've loved the Ravens since I first started watching football in 2007 when I was in middle school. I never cared about sports at all. But the 07 Super Bowl, was the first time I actually sat down and watched the game. And it was the first between the Patriots and Giants. By the end of the game, I was hooked. It was exciting. So the following year, I decided to watch football. My college teams were Arkansas because I'm from Arkansas, and I also picked Tennessee because I really like the orange and white checkered end zone. But as far as NFL, I was basically a free agent fan because Arkansas doesn't have a team, and I wasn't going to root for the Dallas Cowboys because I don't know why, but something in my blood causes me to dislike them for some reason. LOL. But I picked the Ravens because they were the first game I watched against the Cowboys, and I remember someone returning a punt. I don't remember who it was, but I remember being hyped that the Ravens beat the Cowboys, and it was awesome to see. I love the logo and the colors, and they were my team since I was blessed with a great franchise, and though I wasn't from Baltimore, the Ravens became my favorite sports team, period. Even more so than my home team, Arkansas Razorbacks. I've been not blessed with not just one great quarterback, but two. So many Hall of Fame and great players, even guys that didn't have a huge impact or were role players like Pat Ricard or Tony Jefferson. I really like those guys, even if they are not Hall of Famers. My two favorite players of all time is Lamar Jackson and Joe Flacco. Hey, that's a nice little list right there. He said, Torrey Smith is my favorite wide receiver. Oh, he was fun. He said, after my development in 2016 and 17, I had enough money saved up to live out a dream of mine to go to a Ravens home game, which I finally did in December 2017. Oh, that's cool, man. I'm glad you got to do that. He said, my grandpa drove me. They already had paid for the tickets, and they were great seats too, section 126. Those are some great seats. He said it was a 17-hour drive. It was an amazing experience. We played and beat the Lions. I even got Jacoby Jones and Flacco autograph. I even got a picture with him. I look like a little kid, LOL, because I'm 5'8", and he's 6'5", I believe, but much bigger in person than I thought he would be. I would have loved to have gone back and hopefully had gotten Lamar autograph and a picture with him, which brings me to the unfortunate situation and why I told this whole story. I saw Mike Green slipping in the draft and wondered why, but after I looked up what the off-field issues were, I hated it. I was watching Bleacher Report for round 2, and they kept characterizing it as a character issue, but it's more than a character issue. He kept falling, and I hope the Ravens wouldn't take him, but they did because they don't care about this stuff, only if they can play football. It hurts because I just can't. I don't know how you can root for someone who was accused of these things. You don't have to answer. I'm not judging anyone that chooses to do so. I just can't. I know they are accusations, but to me, it's different because they said they had in high school and college. I don't think it's a coincidence that it happened to him twice at 2 different locations with 2 completely different women. If it's the NFL, things get a lot more murky because of how much it is real and how much of it is them going for money. But he was accused of this in high school before he was making the college or NFL money. He said it would be weird to me to root for the Ravens while also trying not to root for Mike Green or JT. And I was hoping the Ravens would make a decision with JT sooner rather than later. But I also understood that JT had a close connection with the organization and sometimes with family members, which I feel like JT is the Ravens. I understood why they hadn't or weren't going to. But Mike Green just showed me that they really don't care about that stuff. Well, I do take these things seriously, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do this NFL season. I wanted to go back to M&T Bank, but I can't root for this team as long as Mike Green is here. I lost a lot of respect for EDC and the Ravens organization. I love this channel and Team Keep It Clean. I'm not telling anyone else how they should feel about this matter. I'm only speaking for myself, and I hope that Team Keep It Clean will understand. I've been very appreciative of this channel and this community. I'll still be a patron, but I won't be keeping up with anything Ravens or maybe anything football related at all. I hope that Lamar will win the Super Bowl this year. He deserves it, and the team and fans deserve. I'm sorry, guys. I love the Ravens, but I take this matter seriously. He said, sorry for the super long message, but this hurt. And I want to make things clear on this point. I'm not. Am I telling anyone how to feel about this or that? They shouldn't root for Mike Green. No. Or the Ravens. They are allegations after all, and they could just be true. They could also not be true. I just wanted to put it out there how I felt. I can't just stop being a Ravens fan after a night of sleeping on it. Oh, so this was the next day. He said, I can't just stop being a Ravens fan after a night of sleeping on it. I'm still going to root for my Ravens, and I pray to God that will deliver any justice that any other potential victims would need. And I pray that he will guard and guide my mindset. Football is not bigger than life, and this is a serious matter. I'm also critical of other teams when they do this, and I can't make an exception for mine. But only God knows all the facts in this situation, so I trust him to handle the situation. I hope Team Keep It Clean can understand why this is difficult for me. I get exactly where you're coming from. I get exactly what you're saying. Yeah, stuff like that is tough, especially with everything going on with Justin Tucker, everything, just in life in general, because of this stuff happens a lot with allegations like that, the strong allegations, accusations, alleged stuff. And it's very, very tricky. It is very, very tricky. And it's a lot that we just don't know. Now, the two accusations, they did both happen in Virginia. I don't have all the details on it. I'm sure Ravens got all the details and more on everything that it is or that it isn't. They got people that can look all that stuff up like crazy. And they said they did all their homework. And you think like the way that I see it is that if there was still something pending with him, if there was still something to where something else could have happened or can happen with these allegations, then I don't think the Ravens would waste a draft pick on him if they felt like something else could happen, especially with everything going on with Justin Tucker right now. Even though still it's still very like, ooh, like, oh wow, because I didn't think the Ravens were gonna take him. After I heard about it, I was like, no, right. And it's crazy because I was on Bobby's stream, I was on the vault, and literally when the Ravens were getting ready to go on the clock, I was like, no, there's no way that they taking Mike Green because of the allegation. And literally, while I was saying that, it came across the screen. Baltimore, and Bobby stopped me. You can go look at it. Bobby stopped me and said, look. And it said the Baltimore Ravens have selected Mike Green. And I said, because I just knew there was no way that they were going to take him, especially with everything happening with Justin Tucker. Had that not been going on with Justin Tucker right now, I still think there was a chance that they wouldn't select him, but they did it. So they have to be 2,000% confident that everything that has been alleged with him, there will be nothing else that comes from it. But like you said, and this goes for the Justin Tucker thing, this goes for anybody that goes through any of that stuff, man. I just hope, that you hope that there is justice and for anybody who was involved in that, who was a victim of that, because that's not cool. But you hope that these things didn't happen. That's first thing. You hope that these things didn't happen, but you can't put it past, just because somebody is a football player, an NFL player, college player, whatever. You can't put stuff past anybody, but you just hope that the stuff is not true. But it's just one of those things. We gotta wait it out and see what happens.